Alright there you guys, we're back at Yogi Instinct, the den of tiger. Yeah, we've got Zwei Longinus. I know, we've got this the last. I mean, all the Beyblade tubers out there, they've already unboxed this. But who cares? Cause when I do it on the style. Cause we've got Spiral Dash, Drake, and Zwei Longinus. Everything on the box I'm gonna talk about later. But to be honest, who can do better unboxing of Zwei than me? If there is anybody who challenged me, you know, go ahead and keep challenging. I don't really care again. Anyways, this is the best attack type Beyblade ever told by fans. But this little guy, this doesn't suit to be owner of this epic Beyblade. It doesn't even look like better than Louis. Anyways, let's dip into the unboxing without further ado and get right into it. Alright, let's go! Alright, we have stickers! Yeah, we got Zwei Longinus stickers! And they're kinda okay, but I must say, I'm gonna worry about the driver actually. Spiral Dash. A driver that I had, the first Beyblade driver, for Beyblade Burst. Yeah, lost Longinus. We had this back on there. And that was my first Beyblade Burst. So, getting Spiral Dash is kind of a nostalgia for me. Look at that golden spring in there. Wow, right? I mean, golden and purple just looks so OP. The driver kind of reminds me of Trick with a more darker color, but the tighter spring on there definitely does the job. And we have this great disc, Drake. Now the Drake disc actually should be called Dragon, but I don't know why they named it Drake. It reminds me from, Drake and Josh, the Nickelodeon TV series. And we got a 3-star Drake, guys. The blue thing on there, that looks like rubber, but it isn't rubber. It's hard plastic. Sometimes, at some places it appears soft, but mostly plastic. Now let's talk about Zwei Longinus layer. Looks so OP, right? Well, in most of the sense, it actually resembles the lost Longinus layer we've had back on. And yep, the shape is exactly the same, just the parts that have been converted into metal pointed heads, where there wasn't really metal on there. So, and the teeth, oh my god, they're pretty decent on this guy too. With the GT system, you can clearly see how better the teeth are getting day by day. Except Ashura, nobody loves that. Nobody loves you, Ashura! Anyways, we have Zwei Longinus. So let's take it apart and consider all the parts in there. So that's how you put it out, and yeah. Let's first talk about the base. We've got Zwei. Yes, the most heaviest base ever in GT, I think. I don't have my scale yet. I'll be getting one soon, and you guys will love it when I have it. Now look at this thing. I mean, that is so huge. Upper slope, right? I mean, just look at it. If it hits you like that, if it just hits you like that, you're gonna fly in the air, and you're gonna be like, oh, that's my life. Anyways, next up we have Metsu. That reminds me of Dragon Ball Z whenever I look at it, because it's the Z shape. It should better be called a Z weight disc. And we got another 3-star on there. Looks perfect, kind of, put the balance on there. And we have Longinus. Some people say it Longinus or Longinus. I just say Longinus because Longinus. It sounds more better, right? To me, at least. I don't care about anybody else. Anyways, you put this on here so that those metal heads get more balance on that. And that way you hit even more harder. That makes, the Bey come up with even more greater attack. But I don't know how this is gonna work out in practical. I hope so. It's a good, attack layer. I'm really hoping to do that. And let's quickly go ahead and see how the clicks sound on there. Whoa. That's pretty tight. My god. I mean, the first tight click, whenever I do any Beyblade, that's always tight. But this definitely feels a lot tighter. Maybe because of the dash spring on there, or maybe because of the actual teeth. But yeah, left spins getting that tight of clicks, to be honest, that's kind of a worth it, you know. You don't really need that much tight clicks on there because it's left spin, and you're gonna probably need it when you're against another left spin. So let's quickly do a test spin. You wanna come up? Let me first show you some magic. Kazinga! Yep, we've got it. You've got Longinus with all the stickers on. Alright, it looks so doper than before. And to be honest, I'm gonna do a test spin. You ready for that? I'm gonna hear that sound because Pyro is always the noisiest driver around. And there we go. Oh my god, that noise, that scrape that Spiral does. This is Spiral Dash, but it's still Spiral, right? And that scrape it does, that just sounds so perfect. Like it's satisfying. Like, you know, a dragon going in full rage, trying to burst it out. Everything, you know, in its way. And to be honest, I really like the way it's stable because of even that huge layer and the pressure on that small little tip at the very bottom corner. That's really a thing. That's really wonderful. Let's do some test battles.
देखो कैसे घूम रहा है लास्ट चल
Alright, so guys, this ends our quick testing of Zwei Longinus. And to be honest, I'm definitely gonna have a nightmare after this. Not the actual nightmare Longinus, but you know, the actual nightmare that you get when you sleep. Because this is a hard hitter. It opened up so many bays. I'm so hyped to test some combos with this layer because it just hits so perfectly. Anything and everything I've seen after Trigger V2. This is definitely one of the best upper attack Beyblade. But if you think so, you know, if there's some other Beyblade that might just make the difference on there, you might be wrong. Is this the best Beyblade attack type ever? To be honest, I'm sure about that. If you really like the video, please guys, put up the likes and do comment about this. Otherwise, Longinus will never come back, so keep liking. And never forget, YOGINSTINCT signs out.